Today's short video goes out primarily to cosmetologists. I don't think, well, no, let me strike that. There is no interest in estheticians or nail technicians in this at all, and it's unlikely barbers will see these questions. I wouldn't say for sure, because you never know what they do. Okay? They feel very free to use cosmetology books for barber questions and barber books for cosmetology questions, so you cannot say for sure. It seems unlikely barbers would get the following couple of questions, but they're very popular for cosmetology students. One of them says, and I have it right here, okay, air forming refers to the process of. Air forming refers to the process of. Answer A, allowing the hair to dry naturally. Answer B, drying the hair using a diffuser. Answer C, drying and designing the hair to create a new form. Answer D, simultaneously drying and designing the hair to create a new form. And there is your answer. And the only book you will see this in is this one. If you are not studying from this book, you are never going to find this question. Air forming. Now a couple of other questions. Again, primarily cosmetologists. What is the function of the shell handle or clamp on a curling iron? What is the function of the shell handle or clamp on a curling iron? And here's your choices. A, secure the hair and curl in place. B, secure the hair in place and press the hair against the barrel. C, avoiding overheating and scorching the hair. D, to curl the hair. Again, what is the function of the shell handle, also called a clamp, on the curling iron? A, secure the hair and curl in place. B, secure the hair in place and press the hair against the barrel. C, avoid overheating and scorching the hair. A nice fancy word for burn, right? Scorch. And D, curl the hair. And if you said B, secure the hair in place and press the hair against the barrel, you are correct. In your book, if you have this one, it's on page 374. If you have the older one that looks like this, it's on page 461. The function of the shell handle or clamp is to secure the hair in place and press the hair against the barrel. Now the last question along these lines. What is the function of the rod on a curling iron? Now we talked about the function of the shell or the clamp or the handle. What is the function of the rod? Secure the curl, curl the hair. Secure the hair in place, avoid overheating and scorching. There's the word again, scorching. A very old-fashioned word for burn that shows up a lot on your test. What is the function of the rod on a curling iron? Is it to avoid overheating and burning the hair? Is it to secure the hair in place? Is it to secure the curl? Is it to curl the hair? And the rod is to curl the hair. It's one thing to know how to use a curling iron. It's a different thing to know the different parts of what they're called and what their actual function is. Because on the test you can't point to it and say, oh, well, this part does this. You have to know these names. And people don't really walk around saying things like the rod, the clamp, the shell. If you want to pass your test, you're going to need to. Now, if you want to pass your test, there's a lot of ways you can go about it. You can keep taking it over and over and over again until one day you just luck out. And surprisingly, that's the strategy of a lot of people. The average person across the country statistically takes the test 4 times. So I guess they are just playing the odds. I guess if I take it enough times, I'll pass. I had one young man who took it 17 times before he called us. After he called us, he passed it on the 18th go-round. Now, his issue was largely a language barrier. Okay, they didn't give the test in his language, and his English was not really sufficient until somebody actually sat down with him like we did, okay, and sort of marched him through it. He passed the test. The irony is he'd been doing hair in his own country for 25 years, so he very well knew. And in his country, school is 3 years, so he knew his stuff. What he didn't know was the test questions. And once he spent some time with us, and he did, he walked out with the license. Okay? And let that be you. If you have any questions, give us a call, 760-534-4434. Those of you who are allergic to speaking on the phone and would do anything to avoid an actual human interaction, visit us online, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. Either way, get the questions, the answers, and get your license.